Welcome back to Awesome Possum Hobbies and Games. I'm Chris, and today we got another TCG Player Mail Day. Let's see what I got. Welcome back to Awesome Possum Hobbies and Games. I got a big stack of mail I got from my latest order from TCG Player. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what I got. Here's my latest TCG Player singles order of Magic the Gathering. It's going to be a wide variety of cards. Most of them are going to be full border or something that's going to be very unique that you can't find anywhere else. I probably paid a little extra for something that has a different border than something you can find for with a regular border, but sometimes it's fun to have something that looks a little bit different than everything else. So first card's a Spell Edition Day of Judgment from the special edition of the Strixhaven. A foil Tashia's Dig Site from my Eldrazi deck. A foil Urza's Tower from my Eldrazi deck. A foil Grey Havens from my Eldrazi deck. Gallifrey's Council Chamber. This is actually going to be for a Doctor Who red-blue deck. Can't wait to try that out. Another Gallifrey's Council Chamber. This was going to be for a future Doctor Who deck. Ominous Cemetery. I think this is going to go in my Eldrazi deck, but we'll see because it taps to reduce a colorless mana or pays 5 and exile Ominous Cemetery. Target creature's owners shuffles it into their library. You know, extra removal. Costs as much as the rest of the removal in that deck. Full border or full art Millennium Calendar, which I've got a few of those. Thinking about building that. We'll see what happens. Dichotomancy. 2 blue, 7 colorless sorcery. For each tapped non-land permanent target opponent controls, search that player's library for a card with the same name as a permanent, and that's not very good. I thought I was going to use that in a deck. I didn't actually read it, so not a great buy. I'm pretty sure it was super cheap. The Everflowing Well. This is going to go in my Sidisi deck. 1 blue, 2 colorless legendary artifact. When the Overflowing Well enters the battlefield, mill 2 cards, then draw 2 cards. And then descend 8 at the beginning of your upkeep. If there are 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard, transform the Everflowing Well, which transforms into Myriad Pools. Taps to reduce a blue, and whenever you cast a permanent spell using mana produced by the Myriad Pools, up to one other target permanent you control becomes a copy of a spell until end of turn. So it's a fun little card. Surge of Brilliance. This is actually going to go in my play from the other play from outside of your hand deck, which is a blue-red deck. Surge of Brilliance, 1 blue, 1 colorless instant paradox. Draw a card for each spell you've cast this turn from anywhere other than your hand. And it has a foretell of 1 blue, 1 colorless. Anim Pakal, Thousand Moon, 1 white, 1 red, 1 colorless for a 1/2 legendary creature human soldier. Whenever you attack with 1 or more non-gnome creatures, put a +1/+1 counter on Anim Pakal, then create X 1/1 gnome artifact creature tokens that are tapped and attacking, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters. I'm going to end up buying a few more of these and building a standard deck focused around this card, but this particular copy is going to go in my future white-red token deck, or it might end up being a white-red-green token deck. I haven't decided yet. There's a lot of good options for both. Bigger on the inside, great from Doctor Who. 1 green, 1 red, 3 colorless enchantment, aura, enchant artifact, or land enchant permanent has tap to target player adds 2 mana of any 1 color. The next spell they cast this turn has Cascade. That's awesome. Dinosaurs on a Spaceship. This copy is actually going to go in a dinosaur deck for myself. Dinosaurs on Spaceship, 1 red, 1 green, or 1 red, 1 white, 4 colorless, 7/7 creature, dinosaur, vigilance, trample. Other dinosaurs you control get +1/+1 and vigilance and trample. Great finisher for dinosaur deck. And then you can suspend for 5 mana, 1 red, 1 white, 1 3 colorless. Suspend 4, so it takes 4 turns for it to come out, unless you have some way of being all timey-wimey. Whenever a time counter is removed from dinosaurs on a spaceship while it's exiled, create a 2/2 red and white dinosaur creature token with flying and haste. Molten Collapse. I got these specifically for a future standard deck. 1 red, 1 black. Choose one, sorcery. Choose 1. If you descend this turn, you may choose both instead. Destroy target creature or planeswalker, or destroy target non-creature, non-land permanent with mana value 1 or less. I got 3 of them. I need 1 more. Quintus Khan. This card's freaking amazing. 1 white, 1 red, 3 colorless. Legendary planeswalker, Quintarius. Has 4 loyalty to start with. When you cast a spell from exile, Mr. Khan deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. And then you get to add +1 loyalty to create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. -3 is Discover 4. Wow. You get to reveal cards from the top of your deck until you hit a non-land permanent with a non-land card with casting cost 4 or less. You can put it in your hand or you can play it. -6, exile any number of target cards from your graveyard. Add a red mana for each card exiled this way. You may play those cards exiled this turn. Next one, Squirming Emergence. 1 green, 1 black, 1 colorless. It is a sorcery. Fathomless Descent. Return to the battlefield target non-land permanent card in your graveyard with mana value less than or equal to the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. This is going to go in a combo deck that I want to build for standard. So, yeah, I got 4 of them because the card is bonkers. Next card is River Song. 1 red, 1 blue, 1 colorless, legendary creature, human time lord, rogue, 2/2. Meet in reverse. You draw cards from the bottom of your library rather than the top, which is great for cards that have scry. If you have a lot of scry cards, the card's phenomenal because you just get to draw from the bottom, you get to put all the goodies on the bottom, and then keep the garbage on the top in case someone wants to mill you or do something else. Also, that's a great piece that allows for some crazy combos. Spoilers! Whenever an opponent scries, surveils, or searches their library, put a +1/+1 counter on River Song. Then River Song deals damage to that player equal to its power. So it's going to punish people who are going to scry or surveil or searches their library. It's a great card. Hulking Raptor, another card for my dinosaur deck. 2 green, 2 colorless, ward 2, creature dinosaur, 5/3. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, you get to add 2 green mana to your mana pool. Crash the Party, it's an instant. 1 green, 5 colorless. Create a tapped 4/4 green rhino warrior creature token for each tapped creature you control. That's one of the reasons why I'm thinking about putting green in my creature token deck. Ulti, Poet of Unity, 1 green, 2 colorless, legendary creature, human warrior bard, 2/3. When the Poet of Unity enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle. And then for a combination colors of red, white, and 3 colorless, exile Halti, and then return her to the battlefield, transform it under his owner's control, activate only as a sorcery, and then on the backside, becomes a saga. Yes, amazing saga. As this saga enters the battlefield, after your draw step, add a lore counter and sacrifice after Chapter 4. Create 2 3/3 green dinosaur creature tokens at Chapter 1. Chapter 2 is Roar of the Fifth Peoples. Creatures you control have taps reduce a red, a green, or a white. Chapter 3 is search your library for a dinosaur card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Then shuffle. And then part 4, dinosaurs you control gain double strike till end, and trample until end of turn. Though you don't need to have any dinosaurs in your deck, this card's still really cool. I got 2 of them. I need a couple more. Also, for the timey-wimey deck, Greater Gargadon, 1 red, 9 colorless, suspend 10 for 1 red. Sacrifice an artifact, creature, or land. Remove a time counter from Great Gargadon. Activate only if Great Gargadon is suspended. Next one, Blur Sliver for the future Sliver deck. 1 red, 2 colorless Sliver creatures you control have haste. It's a 2/2 for 2, or for 2/2 for 3. Not bad. Another card for the timey-wimey deck. Delayed Blast Fireball. 2 red, 1 colorless. Instant Delayed Blast Fireball does 2 damage to target. To each opponent and each creature they control. If the spell was cast from exile, it deals 5 damage to each opponent and each creature they control instead, and has Foretell of 6. And then the last card out of this is Braid of Fire, which this is an interesting enchantment. 1 red, 1 colorless. Cumulative upkeep, you have to add a red mana to your mana pool. So if you have activate abilities of cards that are in play, you can use that red mana. Or if you have cards that make it so your mana pool does not drain at the end of each phase, you're able to go through and start accumulating some mana pretty quickly. And this card is bonkers if you could do that. It just, if you are able to get it out second turn, you have cards with flash, or if you have cards that allow you to keep mana in your mana pool, this card can just get out of control way too quickly. So there you go. Those are my cards for the week from TCG Player. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions about any of these cards, or even my mistake about my dichotomancy, ask them in the comments below. And until next time, have a great day and keep them rolling. And thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please take the time to like the video and subscribe if you'd like to stay updated. Have a great day and keep them rolling.